Hey guys, this is Vijay Sridhar. I once again welcome you to another session on DojiCreator. In this session, we will try to understand what are backgrounds, how can you set backgrounds, and how can you set transitions of backgrounds or between transition between backgrounds. So, as I said, in any scene must begin with a background statement. If there is no background, then your scene will be rendered with white background. So, here in this scene, for example, there is no background here. So if I run this game, then you can see the scene is white in the back. So how can I set the background? So you can see there is a green back here in the my backgrounds. It's a JPEG. So I will put BG. So it prompts me green back. Continue. Continue indicates that don't wait for user to click. Go to the next statement and display the text which is there in the next statement. So if I go and run, so this is what happens. Immediately the background is rendered and then immediately the next statement is executed. Suppose if I remove this continue, so the background is rendered and it is waiting for you to click. So if I click, then it goes to the next statement. So let's keep the continue here. Let's transition to another background. Okay, your story can be driven using backgrounds or a complete scene image. So you render a complete scene image like a JPEG and use only the JPEG images to run your game, or you can have a background, plain background like this, green background or a living room background or a dining room background, and bring the characters in as transparency enabled images as overlays on that scene. You can do it two ways. So you can run the game using backgrounds alone, or you can also have backgrounds uh, interwoven with your characters. So let's see how to transition the background. Remember, let's bring an orange background here. So these are inbuilt backgrounds. These backgrounds are only available if you purchase a license. So let me get this orange background here. I double click this. So this set BG statement is a old statement. You can change it. So let's rename this background. This is coming from a library, so it has some naming convention. So let's name it as orange back. So if I name it here, the file name should also be changed. But where is the file name? The file goes into inbuilt. So why is it not coming here? It has come here. Let me rename this file orangeback.jpg. Don't forget to name it JPEG, otherwise it will vanish from your folder. So it's there. So let's do one more text because otherwise it will go into end scene. So there is this is the first background. Immediately the text is executed, and then immediately the new background is rendered, and this is the next text statement is immediately executed. Now I want a scene to slowly transition. So this orange should happen slow. I have slower, slow, fast, faster. There are uh, four ways of transitioning these four words you have to do this transition. Let's look at the slow. But for these transitions to work, you must have this folder in place, transition BG in place, which have this uh, background images, black 10% opacity to 90% opacity or 100% opacity. You must have all these 10 images packed together. This is only available in your paid version. Otherwise, you cannot transition. So let's see how it transitions in slower motion. So you can see how it is transitioning from there to here. You have seen the slower. Let's see the slow part. This is the slow. This is the fast. This is the fast. So you can choose. Most computers will support fast and faster very easily. You will not have much troubles. You can use them as you like. Fast, faster. So this is how you render a background. So when a new scene happens, for example, scene, you want this orange background, the transition happen here, right? So you want your user to jump to scene 2, right? So this has happened. So it goes to scene 2. So two scenes are available and finally it goes into end of the game. So I hope you understood how the background transitions work. Okay, there is one more thing I wanted to point out here. You can also use variables instead of just image names. So this image name, for example, I want to use an image variable name here. I will use @ and back backgrd. Let's assume that this is a variable. So let's bring this, create this, where is equal to orange back. So that is the file name, right? Now this should be available for me to work. I can also change the variable to something else. Let's bring a new purple one. Okay. Now I want to change this. Uh, so purple is the file name that I want to change. So what I do is I go to refresh this and then rename this purple.jpg. So there is a purple file. So I'm changing this variable name here to purple and then again rendering the background. So let's see, instead of this, let's see this. Okay, back grd, right? That is the name. So initially this is the green background, which is changed to orange using a parameter, pre-declared parameter. Now the parameter is changed to purple after the file is changed. Probably I think I brought a wrong file. It's not purple, it's a green file. You can see this here, right? It's not purple, it's a green file. I think my click went somewhere else when I brought the file in. So what happens if purple is given and it doesn't find that file? So first thing happens, second thing happens, third things, you get a debug error. It says it's not present in the dictionary. You have to say green, right? So this all about backgrounds and their transitions.